That so I saw it. I saw it today, dude. I saw James Gunn's Superman. So, let me just tell you that the great and powerful Mousy in the chat, aka Mouse underscore MP4 asked, I got asked out to see this weekend. Should I go? Well, look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. I'm not saying that. So I'm going to describe this movie just as a regular schmegular movie, okay? I'm not going to go deep into spoilers or anything like that. I'm going to just talk about this like what it is, a movie. So this movie is the story of this alien that came to Earth years ago. And this movie picks up as his story has already started. About this alien who came to Earth and he landed in Kansas. La da da, some stuff happened. He's Superman now. And the movie opens with Superman being defeated. Like that trailer that you saw, the thing that was a metaphor for Superman being reborn, that right there is the beginning of the movie. And from there, this plot unfolds where there's no Justice League yet, but what's going on is there's some drama in the political landscape, or whatever you want to call it, the zeitgeist of this world, between Superman and this guy Lex Luthor, who hails him as a threat. And I'm not going to get much more into the plot than that because the conflicts become complicated in a good way. I think that just as far as a look for this movie, I think that it's a home run. I think that there's this colorful nature to the film, but it still, for the most part, always looked like it was shot with a camera. Like, it doesn't look like all CGI bullshit. Like there's texture to the film, like when you're watching it. And I thought it looked wonderful. Like I loved the way that this movie looked. Nothing looked fake. Nothing looked cheap. The only thing that looked maybe cheap is something that is like, I don't even know how the fuck you would improve that. Like it's something that's otherworldly, yada yada yada. I was very happy with how the whole movie looked for the most part. And the characters, dude. I think that the guy playing Superman, I'll just say this: I think all the characters are good. Some of them are just there as fan service, like some of the people who work at the Daily Bugle. Like there was the one guy with the mustache. I don't even remember his name, but that was like the only character that didn't really work for me and felt forced. Everyone else, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, I thought that they were all like decently well-rounded characters. But the standout, and I thought also that Lex Luthor was good. He didn't blow me away, but I thought Nicholas Hoult did a great job, and I thought he was good. I also thought Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion, was good. The chick who plays Dina in The Last of Us, she plays Hawk Girl. She has one of my favorite lines in the movie. And then we come to who I think is the big standouts of the movie. Obviously, Superman. But the biggest surprise to me was none other than the guy who's standing on my desk, has been looking at you right in the eyes, is Mr. Terrific. a character that is way more complex than I was expecting, and I think has like he's just like a very richly written character, and I really enjoyed all like this movie like that heavily incorporated him. And of course, like you get Ma and Pa Kent, who I thought were underused a little bit, but every time they're there, I thought they were great. And the guy who plays Superman, although I think his arc is simple and it's nothing that you really didn't expect, I thought that he was great. Like, I think that he nailed, including the writing, like, I thought that they nailed Superman. Like, without making him a goody two shoes, they just made him a nice fucking guy. And I liked that. He never felt like a Boy Scout. He just felt like someone who was constantly trying to do the right thing. Someone who was trying to take a strong moral stance. I think that the biggest problem with this movie is that there's something that it does that, although it didn't bother me, it didn't it didn't like knock the movie down several pegs. There's something this movie does that we've seen superhero movies do to death, dude. Like we've seen it too many times, but I think in the long run it's going to set up other cool stuff. And if I do a spoiler talk of the movie, maybe I'll go into detail. Well, I will if I do that, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. But for the most part, I thought this was just like such a blast to watch. Like, besides like that one thing they do that other superhero movies have done, and it's a cheap thing to do in general with your conflict. They have good reasoning for it. I think that this is just like, this is what it's all about, man. This if you're going to the movies looking for anything else than what this is giving you, then you're going for the wrong reasons, dude. This movie was so much fun to watch. I love the way that James Gunn envisions Superman, from like his character to the way that he fights. Like, one of my favorite things about this movie is every time Superman really fights someone, this guy finds ways to spin the fuck around, dude. Like, this guy's a real spinner, dude, and I thought that was kind of awesome. And I think that there's some moments of like kind of wonky editing, if you will, like not necessarily editing, but flow. Like, certain scenes, like in between them, is like, was there something else there at one point? But nothing like that is like totally ruined it, dude. I think that this movie just met my expectations. It gave me the same feeling that the Mad Max Furiosa movie gave me, where I was just like, keep going, man. I'm loving every second, dude. I'm having such a blast. Please, I could watch this on a loop. It is just so unlike the previous movie I reviewed right before this, the Human Centipede 2. That movie was just wholly unpleasant, dude. Like, just completely unpleasant. This Superman movie, what a joy to watch. And it's just filled with stuff that makes you smile. And James Gunn is a really good storyteller in the way that he knows how to put, props in places that makes characters interesting. It's not just someone running out of building. It's someone running out of building with a newspaper under their arm and a coffee cup in their hand. you know? And that's not even like a specific thing. I'm just trying not to take away the surprises of stuff that he has that came across to me. I was like, wow, that looks like you're setting up something that is going way over my head. Or that was some fucking crazy Ninja Turtle reference. Like it does stuff like that. The movie is not afraid to just be like, yeah, that's a bleep blorp. A bleep blorp. Yeah, it blorps the bleep. Oh, duh. You know, and it never bothered me when it did that. I had such a wonderful time watching this. Is it the best movie of the year that I wanted it to be? No, it's not. It has some typical stuff in there, but dude, design, acting, script, they're fucking phenomenal, dude. And the characters, man, like these are really really fun characters to watch. And the world building that James Gunn does in here is just like fucking super commendable. Any Snyderverse references? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And beyond. Oh my God. Not so much Snyderverse references, but just like in general the Snyder Superman. Like it feels like there's at least two big elements where they're like yoink, yoink. Like the way that people talk on Twitter about this movie or about Superman from Snyder, the movie directly talks about shit like that. And one thing that I thought that they elegantly did, and I thought that it was a smart thing to do, was this movie is not a period piece. It is set in modern days, and I like that. Let me guess, lens flares. The lighting is, there's a lot. I think with the visuals, he's brave enough to be bold, dude. Like, the first scene where we see Lex Luthor talking, he's talking to like, these military people in the dark. And I thought that, like, I mean, it's basic. He's a bad guy in the dark, duh. But, these wide shots of Superman's silhouette in front of the sun, like, that shit's sick, dude. Normally, I don't like when people shine bright lights into the camera. I really hated it in The Batman. But this guy who played Superman was giving off this amazing 90s Brendan Fraser. And I loved it the whole time. Like Superman is 10 out of 10 in this movie, but I'd give this probably like an 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10. But it is a full price, maybe even a high full price, but it's a full price, dude. This movie is so good, and I'm telling you, man, the biggest standout is Mr. Terrific. This guy, dude. This guy is such a good addition to this movie. And like, I don't know, it speaks to the theme of the movie, which is, being human. And like, just like humans are imperfect, we make mistakes, and being human is it's normal. But what is that normal? And the movie goes into it. I think that fans will love it. I look forward to hearing from people who know the comics real well and can like tell me like what certain things meant. When we get to that point, I give it a XL popcorn. Bring the blinker out of 10. Same. Any questions? Any questions? People are split on this movie. Yeah, dude, because people are fucking dumb and they like the Zack Snyder movies, dude. Those are dumb. Those are the more those Snyder movies went on, like Don't even fucking talk to me about Batman versus Superman. Straight up, dude, I will be a mean asshole. I will be a very mean asshole if you tell me you like that movie. That is a movie for fucking rejects and fucking brain injury enthusiasts, dude. You are straight up and down, left, right, up, down, A, B, select, start, redacted. If you think Batman versus Superman is even worth a shit, dude. Compared to this especially, oh my God. How about this when they threw the can at his head? Man, they racked focus. Nah, dude, Batman vs. Superman is garbage. This is straight garbage. I have legitimate reasons for my high rental. I don't want to know them, but there are some things in this movie that I can see why. Like I said, there's a very cliched thing that if you get hung up on it, it lowers, like, I can't go into detail, but there are other highly regarded superhero movies that do the exact same thing that this movie does. And it's like the biggest flaw of this movie is the same biggest flaw in some of these other movies, but I can't tell you what that is because if you've seen that other movie, it's widely considered the biggest problem with that. But that being said, this movie is fun, dude. The action is awesome. The cinematography, the direction, the script are A+ stuff, dude. This is what going to the movies is all about. Like where the Jurassic Park movie feels like a corporate fart, this feels like a corporate love letter from someone with a lot of passion who knows what they're talking about or knows what they're doing. This shit is about to take a baseball bat to Jurassic World. I think so. I don't think that the idea of someone wanting to go see Jurassic Park again over this, I don't know, man. But I will say, dude, this movie is good, but there is room for Fantastic Four to be better. It's possible. It could happen. But that won't take away anything from this movie being great and Mr. Terrific being a fantastic character, man. I wonder if on the Sunday service we're gonna talk about this movie. But any questions? That's it for my my review. That's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, please, guys, I thought I pinned this, but I didn't. Please go to my TikTok and leave a comment on here. I'm doing impressions, so please write in the name of a character you'd want to hear me do an impression of, and you can even request what I'll say, but we'll see if I'll say it. But that's the new thing I'm trying to do. And I'm doing them before or after I go to the gym usually. But yeah, that's the thing. I would say let's Fortnite. But the Superman update is not here yet, and I'm not paying $15 to get Mr. Terrific as much as I would like to. Because he looks great. And, oh, dude, look at that. Fair play. Fair play. Wow. It's a nice one, dude. I like that. He's got a T-axe. That is not in the movie.